Okay.
I don't know what it is about the restreams, but every now and then when I click to update the title, it doesn't tell me it's updated it, and then I exit out of um, OBS and go back into it, paste the same thing in, try to click it again, and sometimes it'll be say like, "Oh, all streams have updated title successfully" or something like that. It has to tell you that it
Yeah.
was successful.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm glad I don't use Restream.
Well, Cameron, the reason our collection of Twitch follow bots isn't bigger.
Darn.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are now live on. Are we? Yes, with audio. We are now live on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter. So, hi everybody, and welcome back to Sunday Update with your favorite trio of exhausted streamers this weekend.
Oh.
I think it was the joke was better the first time. But here we are. It's May 23rd, which is
Actually live, or is the BRB screen still up?
All I see is the BRB screen.
oh my god. Well, we're supposed to be live.
Did you change it on OBS to not be the BRB screen?
I never freaking transition. Okay. Now you can see our faces in addition to hearing our voices.
We're good.
It's a Sunday update.
It wouldn't be Sunday Update if I didn't fuck it up. So
There
here we
weren't
are.
technical difficulties for the first hour.
What?
It's okay.
If there weren't technical difficulties for the first
There
hour.
weren't actually. I mean, yeah, the proportion so far of technical difficulties to technical successes is lower than it has been in the past. So that's good.
We're okay.
Yeah.
We're doing just fine.
So, this week on White, I played, which is good, and I got 2 badges, which is also good.
Ooh!
Let's see, I evolved some folks. I have like, I think my Tepig is just slowly turning into a sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's Pig Knight. My
Spear
dog
boy.
evolved into a dog, and my cat evolved into a leopard.
Still cat.
It's still a cat, yes.
Yeah, but now
sorry.
it's a leopard.
You have... I didn't see you catch the Blitzel.
I caught the Blitzel, who is not
Did you do that
yet.
yesterday morning?
What'd you say?
Did you do that Friday morning?
I think I did it before Friday morning. I think I must have done
You did it before Friday.
Yeah,
Because
I
you
couldn't
had
remember.
the Blitzel on Friday.
I couldn't remember whether or not I had actually caught it on the previous stream, which was eons ago. But I don't think I did. I think I just went out and caught it one day. And then I took it to the forest where I found like all these water and something else types.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, kind of tried to train it up until it learned an electric move. And then I was just like, Thundershock, Thundershock, Thundershock. Or Shockwave, Shockwave. Shockwave, because that's the damaging electric move.
This is the first time that anyone's had an electric type on the team since Manectric.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I should get rid of Blitzel.
What, flashbacks to missing Thunder 3 times?
Yes! Oh my god! The Nightmare
Don't mind
E4. I might just not, like, I'm just gonna stay away from Thunder. I'm gonna stick with electric moves that always hit.
I'll get you covered on Thunder with Joltik.
Oh yeah, because you also have an electric type.
And he has Compound Eyes, which means 30% plus to accuracy.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that
which means
seems...
Thunder's an insta-hit.
Is that
The compound
how
ice coming clutch.
that works? Okay. It feels wrong, but I don't know enough about how percentages work in Pokemon to dispute it.
It doesn't seem like it would be a perfect thing.
70 plus 30 equals 100. So I guess I have no choice but to believe you.
Okay, hold on.
Is that not actually true? I thought Compound Eyes was a 30%.
I think
increase.
it is. Does that mean
a multiplier, not an addition. So I'm looking this up on the Bulbapedia, the Wikipedia of the Pokemons, and
The Pokemon.
multiplies the original accuracy by a factor of 1.3. So in their entry, they actually use Thunder as an example. So Thunder, for example, as opposed to its usual 70%, it is
91%.
instead 70 times 1.3, 91%. Yes.
Okay.
So it could still miss.
It's
It
just
can.
much higher.
Less likely,
Yeah.
but will miss still. So any move theoretically with accuracy of 77% or higher will cross the 100% threshold. Mm-hmm.
So you could teach it Stone Edge.
Yeah, and it'd be perfect.
I'm not teaching Jolt with Stone Edge.
Okay. Stone Edge is really good though. Just
Yes.
saying. Just saying. And like everybody can learn it. But
Let's see.
okay,
It also
last
has to be
generation
outside
when
of
I had
battle
an
for
all
Pokemon.
ground team, I learned that many ground Pokemon can learn Stone Edge.
Yes, everyone can learn it as long as they're ground.
As long as they're made of rock, they can learn the
Pretty
rock
nice.
move.
Mm-hmm. I had the same thing with my water team last gen. Is that like everybody can learn Ice Beam, everybody can learn like Blizzard, you know? Same situation of like a type that's very similar suddenly can learn like all those moves.
Yeah. It is nice. Also makes the move less helpful because it's not, well, it makes each Pokemon being able to learn that move less helpful because you're like, well, literally anyone on my team can learn Stone Edge, so it's not all that valuable that this guy can learn Stone Edge.
Yeah.
But
Just means that if you have a Pokemon that needs a fourth move, you're like, Stone Edge.
Stone Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can teach TMs to anyone.
It's
As
true,
many times
can
as you
just
want.
keep doing it.
As many times as you want.
I taught Cat Thief
Nice.
because it's a dark move.
Still can't get over it. Cat.
I couldn't think of a good name. It's a cat.
It is a cat.
So actually when I was naming that, I thought to myself for a moment, I was like, I'll name it like one of y'all's cats. But then I was like, but those are y'all's cats. And then I was
True.
like, this is my cat. What would I name a cat if I had one? And I was like, cat. So then, basically the moral of the story is I should not have a cat because I will name it Cat. Nicole thought I was going to name my Purloin something inappropriate, which I did not do.
Skitty?
I can see that.
I also almost named it Skitty. But I didn't.
That would have made me so mad.
If I named it Skitty.
Yes.
And then, is there a way to change a nickname?
Yeah,
You can.
the Name Raider.
Evolving from
And he was
Skitty.
in
You meet him really early in.
Castelia.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I walked in and I accidentally almost changed someone's nickname. I was like, no. I almost changed Drillbur's name from Virgil. I was like, do you want to change it? And I accidentally hit yes. And I was like, Virgil. He was
No,
like,
no,
that's
no,
a
no.
great name. So, they don't
It's the
stop you.
funniest thing because like when I was playing the games for the first time, like years ago, right? Name Raider, I thought it was a person who would actually tell you
Yeah.
on a scale of like 1 to 10 how cool your Pokemon's name is, and like maybe you would get something fancy for having a really cool name or something, or you know, but it's literally just, hey, you can change your nickname
Yeah.
of your Pokemon, and I hate it. Like it's a great option to have, but like the name of this person who's doing it is misleading for the action provided.
There's a dude online that you type in, like, rate my Pokemon nickname or
Oh,
something.
nice.
Oh no.
He actually does.
Oh no.
I think it's an old forum or something because I haven't seen anything like posted recently, but I'll be like, nickname for this, and it'll be like, Name Raider, and someone's like, what did you name your, like, Joltik? And it's like, Spidey, and he was like, wow, really inspired.
Wow. Okay, so he's one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Whatever.
Which is what I wish the Name Raider in Pokemon actually was like.
It's just
So.
like that Twitter account. She rates dogs. Um,
11 out of-
that is
But that
is
one is
not
actually
what that Twitter account is.
on
Oh,
the
it's
sliding
not.
scales, though.
We rate dogs. They're all good boys.
That's a
They're all-
different account.
Oh.
That's a very different account. No, she rates dogs. It's like puts screenshots of men saying awful things in their Tinder messages and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good one. They're worth a follow.
If I had Twitter, maybe.
Yeah.
Listen, just get a Twitter.
No.
Just log into Fyrestorm and check through there. I'll go follow her so that you can follow her.
Fine.
Cam, what in God's name is that bird at the end of your team?
Urchin.
What?
Fossil.
Oh!
Yeah, you had to go through the desert resort, and find the relic castle. Make your way through the sand pit tunnel traps, and then you talk to the geologist at the end, and like, do you want this fossil or this fossil? It's like plume or
I don't remember. My first thought was dome, but that's not right.
yeah, it's like cove or something like that.
Hmm.
But it's either Archon or Tortuga, or whatever the first one is. And I was like, I would like rock flying Archon, which can't learn to fly
flying.
until it evolves.
It's the cover fossil.
Cover, because it's
Cover
like,
or plume.
Flying.
it can't learn to
interesting.
fly until it's an Archeops, and its ability is really terrible. It's defeatist. If it reaches half health or lower, its attack and special attack drop by half.
No.
That's amazing.
That
But-
sucks.
But it knows acrobatics, which if it's not holding an item,
Right.
deals double damage, and it's
Oh.
a stab, and its base damage on that is 55. So,
Thief
Pretty
can
great.
only be used if your Pokemon is not holding an item.
no, it can be used when it's holding an item,
Oh,
it just
will,
does
only...
base 55.
Ah.
So I put it in against, like, grass, bug, fighting types, and have it use acrobatics, and it's 110 plus the 20% times 2.
Wow.
I'm also convinced that the name of its evolution is Archaeops because of the dinosaur class or whatever classification, like the Archaeopteryx.
That would make more sense.
Oh.
Archie.
Archon would make sense, like
Archon.
Archon, but then
Archaeops.
once you get to the next one,
Archeops.
And is
I
that the
think-
final evolution of Oshawott over there?
It is.
Nice.
yay!
It's the only Pokemon that I've had on my team evolve at all, ever.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh my gosh.
Drillbur will eventually become Exidrill? Exidrill?
Scudrill,
Mhm.
Scraggy becomes Scrafty.
Scrafty.
Jolteon becomes Galvantula, Archon, Archeops.
I
And then my last Pokemon has 2 evolutions, but I need a stone to make the 3rd.
I despise the scraggy, scrafty visual appearance. Just
My man has like, he's such a cutesy.
I would like his amidst many other 3D models. Please give him a 3D mouth.
He has a mouth.
It's a 2D
Yeah.
mouth though. He has a 2D mouth.
Well, I mean, they're all 2D.
No, not
It's fine.
really. They're drawn
I mean, look
in
at your
3D.
Pansage.
Hmm?
Look at your
Yeah.
little Pansage.
He has a line.
I'm
Yeah, it just
getting
has a
rid of-
line.
I'm getting rid of that homeboy at the first opportunity.
Also,
Um,
look at your Roggenrola.
What mouth?
Yeah.
yeah, but you know he's a rock.
Is that its eye or
He
its
doesn't
mouth?
need
What
a
is that?
mouth.
How does
So,
it eat? Unless it's like one of those like really, 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 really old, God, when you know when you go back like into like more of the ancient eras and like they're very, very, very not developed and like they like eat and excrete from the same place. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are
Like
you
some,
talking
like,
about
really-
like?
Ancient animals and stuff.
Does an octopus do that? Or no? I know an octopus sort of just has a cavernous opening.
Well, jellyfish.
With a beak.
A jellyfish. I feel like sea sponges are like the same.
Rock and Roller's eye is actually his ear.
His ear.
Oh, because he probably navigates through like echolocation instead of sight.
So then how does he eat?
He doesn't. He's a rock. Gigalith has a mouth.
Well, there has to be some energy being put into him for him to exert it.
Maybe he's got a AA battery back there.
It's your physics out of here.
He stands near Blitzel, charges up, and then rolls around or something.
Oh my god, you guys.
He makes his little noises.
One of the things that has never made sense are Pokemon physics. Like, look at like a Squirtle when it uses water gun, and the amount of water that comes out is like way more than it should be able to feasibly hold in its body.
It pulls it from the ground.
You know?
Does it?
No, what if it's in the air?
A waterbender.
It's like jumped and it just like puts out a water gun.
Yeah, he pulls it from the air. I mean, it makes sense that like Blastoise has the.
God.
He's got the yeah.
So it's instantaneous conversion, oxygen
and hydrogen
to water.
To water. He just like fucking Hindenburg reacts the air around him into just pure water and then fires it out. It would explain why it KOs people. What?
That would be a combustion reaction, though, right? So there would be heat produced, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then I guess it would make sense if he's a water type and he's a cooling agent against that heat.
Well, he's a secret fire type.
Ooh,
Squirtle used water gun. Everyone fainted. Game crashes. You boot it back up and Pallet Town is gone.
Jesus. Ugh. Anyway.
So, I've been trying to watch the White 2 like plotline without giving too much of Black and White away. And I'm really torn because like I want to watch it, but I also don't want any spoilers. Like, obviously, Plasma is going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just the way that Pokemon games work. But, like, I don't want to know future things.
Things did get a lot more interesting in my last stream of White. I feel like...
Yeah, what happened? Because I missed it, so...
I went to Castelia. Well, first of all, I went over the bridge, which is, like, super cool. And then I went to the city, and I went to the building where there's, like, some of the 7 sages, or whatever their name is. And so now I understand more about Plasma, but also not really. Just sort of.
Yeah, Getsus is just one of 7.
Yeah, he's one of many.
Was it they ran into N? Cam, was that you?
I ran into N.
And a solid number of times when I actually went to go into Chargestone Cave and get Joltik. I was planning on just doing cave stuff and getting out of there. And I walked in and N is just standing there, and I was like... So I like walked back and forth, caught the Joltik, and I was like, I'll just continue on later because that's plot. So
I'm just gonna pause you for 1 second. I was just planning to do cave stuff, he says.
Yeah, I was gonna do Chargestone Cave off stream and like level up in advance.
Oh, but then you saw N and you're like...
And then I saw plot-related things in the cave. I was like, well, I can't do anything there.
Yeah, the curse of leveling up your team off stream and then like realizing that you can't do certain things because it'll push the plot onwards. You're like, damn.
Yeah. So I know more about N, I believe, than you do. Because if you haven't watched my streams, then I don't want to give spoilers.
No, I just know that his name is N.
There's also somebody that had a very emotional plot line with Bianca.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And the
getting her
music
Pokemon
changes, and
stolen?
it's all emotional and cutesy and piano-y and ballady. And
Is this
it's just
in
like an
white
interesting
too?
change of
Or is
pace.
this...
This is
No.
in black and white. There's an emotional bit for Bianca you haven't gotten.
Well, I just got to the part where she like has her Pokemon stolen and then gets it back, which is probably not what you're talking about, but she does have this little like, oh, it was really scary. I don't like Bianca. Also, I don't like Charon, to be honest, if I'm being honest here.
I don't think anyone likes Charon.
Karen's the worst, dude.
Yeah.
I just didn't like him even like in white too when I kicked his ass in the first stream
Yeah.
of the game.
Players.
It's great.
One problem with Bianca and Charon is that they're part of this like swollen cast of characters in this game
Yeah.
that I'm like struggling to keep track of.
Yep, it starts in black and white where you just have this absurd amount of characters to keep track of.
Well, because honestly, that was my biggest... When I was in the building, they were like, oh, I guess this is one of the 7 sages. I was like, damn it.
There are 7
There's
to
7.
keep track of?
I need to remember 7 names.
When you get to
Excuse
the
me.
first gym, and they're like, oh, there's 3 of us. I was like, why can't you just be a normal gym where there's one person? One.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a double gym leader
The
before.
twins in
in
Gen 3.
Gen 3, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. This one was a little more... I don't know. I felt like the twins were the twins.
Yeah, this was kind of... Well, these... Weren't they related? The 3 of them?
Maybe.
In this?
They brothers?
I
Maybe
think.
They can be the triplets.
All I know is that I fought Cilantro, so it's okay.
You fought Cilantro?
I think the grass one.
Was that actually...
His name was Cilan.
Okay.
Cilan.
Yeah, I had to fight,
You fought the water
You
person,
fight the one
Crest.
that you're weak to, right? Yeah.
You fought Crest, like water crest.
Oh, wait, no, you fight the one that you're weak to. Because I have
And I
the
guess
Pan
that's fine.
Sage.
And I guess the fire one, what was the fire
It was also another food pun. You pointed it out.
one? Mm-hmm. Clearly this gym left such an lasting impact
but-
on me.
Honestly, I
Chili.
think they should
That was
not-
his name.
I don't like 3 rotating people in a gym because I think it makes it harder to have, like, a definitive figure that you remember from that gym.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the biggest problem.
there's no set type. Like, all of us experienced a different type in that gym, which means, like, the ace was different, the moves were different.
Which is kind of cool. Like, it changes up the beginning of...
But it
But-
does reduce the amount of, like... it's not like, oh, you fight Brock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I need a specific strategy that's going to get me through the first, like, 2 or 3 gyms, because by then I'll have a team that's
Yeah.
going to be versatile. Versus, it doesn't really matter what I pick, because it's just going to be, this is the plot for the first 2 gyms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I dropped Panseer so quick.
Yeah, that means you should probably drop Pansage.
Actually, I am.
Yeah.
And I think I found a replacement because I fought... Shoot. I'm having trouble remembering.
Swaddle.
What'd you say?
Swaddle?
Oh yeah, that line. That's a pretty
No.
solid line.
Yeah, it is.
Was it Sawaddle?
The one that turns into Levany.
No, not
Or is that
Levin.
Petalil?
Petalil.
Yeah, that line.
Or whatever
That's a
it
pretty
is.
cool line.
What did you say? I'm gonna say it how you say it.
Petalil? Petlil?
Petlil, is that it?
Petalil? Petalil?
Is there an extra vowel in there or not?
There's Petilil.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
Petalil.
I'm gonna go get one of those if I can because I liked the moveset that I ran up against. Leech Seed
You also
and Drain.
you fought Berg, which means that you fought Levany, which is its evolution.
Oh,
Petalil evolves into Lilligant.
yeah.
What are you thinking?
Cam was talking about that other one.
This Gen 5 is where I like fall apart with evolutions because I haven't completed the Unova Dex in Go. So I don't know a lot of evolution lines for these things.
It's Suado, Swadloon, and Levany.
Cam, would you say you're Pokemon going to have a harder time remembering all the evolutions in this gen?
Oh my god.
No.
Okay.
I would have.
I just fall apart Gen 5 onward just in general. So
You what?
I just fall apart Gen 5 onward in general.
Because there's no fairies?
Well, I never finished Pokemon Black, I have to be honest.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh, so you don't know the end. Or you know the end. But...
I got to the 8th gym, and I think, like...
It's very far to make it. And
10th grade or 11th grade or something. And I think, like, you know how, like, things can change the drop of a hat in, like, high school. And then suddenly you go from having time to not having any time. And then it just, like, changes everything. And I just never picked it back up.
10th and 11th
And then I never did
grade.
X or Y. Because that came out in
not
college.
having any time.
Yeah. Man.
Plus, Minecraft had just came out, so I don't blame you. It was just becoming big.
We had very different experiences.
You must have had an easy time with Berg.
Me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with your Tepig and Pignite.
I did. Was that the gym with the honey? Because that was gross.
It's the worst gym.
I mean, it doesn't get any better in white, too. I had it where it was like... It looked like a cocoon of like a spider webby kind of thing. And
was that the one? It was all the like white everywhere.
Yeah, it was like teleporting you from spot to spot, like
yes,
pneumatic tubes.
Kind of like the steel gym in Gen 4.
Close.
Oh, but that wasn't teleports.
That was elevators.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like strict elevators.
That's similar to. Well, no, I mean spoilers.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. I thought that Berg's gym in white 2 was way better than in black and white.
I just didn't like how the walls did that thing.
And then you push through them and you step on a button and a stupid clown is like, you push the button and here I am.
Yeah.
Battle. I'm like,
literally just showed up, tried to do the rules, push the buttons to make the green lights turn on so that the gates would drop so that I could push my way through the honey, which is already, like, stupidly complicated for a gym that's basically just, like, walking a straight line until you find the gym leader.
I thought when they were like, be careful because some of the walls you can walk through, I thought it was going to be like the Shadow Temple in, I don't remember what it's called, the Shadow Temple in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Oh.
Where you need the scope to see which walls are real or not. And I was like, this is going to be so cool. Nintendo's done it again. Oh, it's...
Nope. Testa. I was expecting Gen 2, like, oh, you can walk through some of these walls at some places. Or was that Gen 1?
What wall?
Do you remember the gym where you have to walk like all the way around because there's the invisible wall that's like very visible?
That's Gen 1.
That's Gen 1?
Oh.
Is that the fighting dojo or is that
the poison?
Oh, Koga.
Yeah, but that was clever. Because it was like you have to kind of figure out the invisible maze.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's frustrating because you keep walking into walls and finding dead ends. This was just... There's the end.
Yeah. No, this one was really just like, oh, so I'm going to push, like, all of the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And then walk through all of the walls. Like, there wasn't really strategy to it. You just eventually pushed all the buttons.
Yeah, like, pushing button puzzles like Crasher Wakes, that was fun because which water levels do I need to raise and lower in order to move on from this part to this part?
That one's very reminiscent of the Sword Shield water gym puzzle.
Water gym. Nessa's, yeah.
With, like, turning on the streams of water based on the button. Is that also a button one?
I think
it
so,
is.
or a leopard or something.
Yeah. I
Similar.
remember the colors maybe are exactly the same, like yellow, blue, and green.
Yeah.
Um,
Point being, Berg was terrible.
yeah, Berg was just not.
I just hate bug gyms in general, so.
No.
Yeah.
The design was not super interesting, and the gym wasn't fun. Even having like a fire type, I was like, this isn't.
Yeah. Like,
You know
Aaron,
what was cool though?
What?
Was that 4th gym that Cam went to this week.
that was so fun.
That was cool.
Is that
Honestly,
is
probably
that
one of my
electric one?
favorite. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check it out. I haven't seen that stream yet.
You should
Yeah,
play
like
it.
a fucking roller
Oh, I
coaster,
should
dude.
play it first.
Great.
Because
You should play it and then go watch.
Yeah,
Because,
because I don't want to get a walkthrough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of my favorite. I like electric type gyms, it seems like.
They're crafty.
Have we had
Good luck with that.
We have one like every gen.
have we?
We had Surge.
Well-
Surge in Gen 1.
Not Gen 2,
Not Gen 2.
but Gen 3 and 4, and now 5.
What's the one in Gen 3?
I can't. Yeah, what was the one?
Watson in Marvel City.
Watson.
He had the he gave you shockwave. He had the electric the barriers
He
where
had
you
the
stepped on the
barriers.
button. Barriers would change of like which ones were active, which ones weren't, based on the color.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the puzzle in Gen 4?
It
Is
was
this
the
one-
rotating platforms.
The rotating platforms. Okay.
And then at one point you were like, oh, I have to go all the way back to the start to
Yeah.
rotate at 180 to then go forward and be able to actually connect to the path.
That was
Yeah.
a pretty
That
interesting
tripped me a
puzzle.
bit.
Yeah, I was like, but I want.
I went all the way. Like, what else can I have to be doing here?
I also thought that the beams above the pathway were blocks because I was like, oh, I can't go under the beam or through it.
What?
And then you could. So,
Text me.
Yeah, it's
why
pretty
can't
great.
I remember her name? Alessa?
Who?
Alessa with an E, yeah. ELESA.
Yeah. Alessa.
Oh, I
Nimbus.
realized I didn't check to see if we have any chat messages. Oh. Oh, this is how you guys know Rock and Roll's eye is actually 0. Got it.
Yeah. V-Money actually gave a pretty good metric, and I think I mentioned this in the stream for one of the gems of like fun and challenging and time consuming. Like where on the scale is it? It's like
Oh.
yeah. Like some of the gyms are like the ice gym in Gen 4 with the sliding back and forth to break
Oh.
everything.
Fun.
That was so fun, and like it didn't seem like it took as long as I bet it did to watch and like play through because it was like I have to go. Okay.
Honestly,
Like-
that one was a big
Yeah.
commitment, but also really fun, so it was worth it.
Yeah.
Like I would put
Yeah.
it at the top Y and X of that scale because it was fun, very fun, but also very hard.
We should definitely do like our own
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Graphic for that.
alignment
Yeah.
charts
each
for
gen, yeah. Alignment charts.
like the political compass for difficulty and easiness of gyms, or difficulty
Fun
and
and
funness.
Least
fun.
time, most fun, least fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Berg lives in this corner, the least and the least.
Yeah. Well,
I think I thought him.
Berg wasn't super difficult though.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, Berg as a.
I fought him 5 or 7 times,
Jesus.
somewhere in that range.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Because I had a water type and a ground type,
Oh, that sucks.
and I went and I got Scraggy and leveled him up off stream enough so that I could beat it. And even then, it was a challenge. He beat it with like 1 HP. Like
Wow.
he survived a hit that allowed him to get one more sand attack off. That did a accuracy decrease that allowed Duwat to do something. It's like, this is the worst. I think I restarted the game twice on stream because I saved right before fighting him,
Yeah.
and I fought him off stream in the same way that you fought Whitney. Not Whitney. The blind one.
I had to reset on Whitney on stream.
Not, but it wasn't Whitney. Who was the flying gem in Gen 3?
Winona.
Winona. Yeah, and you were like, I leveled up off stream and I went and I like tested it out and I still can't do it.
The
I did that
pre-run.
like
The pre-run.
Test run, yes.
I did that a couple times in Gen 2.
it's like
I was like, can I beat this? Yeah, okay.
Shh, don't give away our secrets now.
no, but like I did that off stream and I was like, okay, cool. I got it down. Like I beat him the once. I was like, cool. I have a strategy. And then I lost to him twice.
Yeah.
On stream.
Welcome to the club, though, of doing test runs.
I honestly I don't do it anymore because I don't have time. I'm just like, I just show up to gyms now and I'm like, fuck it. Like, who do you have? Send them out. Let's go. Has anyone seen my absolutely disgusting tactic that I've used with Cat a couple times?
Mm-mm.
Just spam 5 sand attacks in a row and then use whatever moves I want.
Honestly, it works.
That was how I beat Berg.
Yeah.
That's how you beat Berg. That's how I almost got KO'd by a Grimer in a trainer battle last week.
Wasn't that when it kept using minimize?
Yes. You use minimize enough times and everything just kept missing, and then like half my team just kept getting like annihilated by Sludge or Sludge Bomb or whatever he had. Yeah.
Well, someone did that to me with a Purloin, like one of the enemy trainers. And I was like, wow, this is really annoying. And then I was like, wait, I have one of those. It still knows sand attack. I can do this to people.
Yep.
I've gotten to the point where I'll put Drillbur out and just use Dig, and he's a little bit faster than a lot of people.
Incredible.
So he'd be like, Dig. The enemy's attack missed. Dig KO'd. I'm like, great.
This is, Ken, this is like when you and I are doing Dynamax adventures. And we always take a Pokemon in that knows like Dig or Dive.
Yeah,
so that when there's like a strong Pokemon, you're just like, bye!
Nice.
Dig is great.
But Swift can still hit, so you gotta be careful.
Really?
I think that's the stupidest thing in the world.
Yep.
That your little Swifty stars can go through the ground and hit.
Yeah.
Can it hit Fly?
Or follow you in the hole that you
I
dig.
can definitely hit Fly. I'm actually not totally sure about Dig and Dive, but I'm pretty sure it can.
I hope not, because that just... The physics that goes into that to make it hit a dive or a dig. Compared to a fly, the fly makes sense, but ugh. Just ugh.
This attack never misses. Does not make contact. Affected by Protect. Not affected by Magic Coat or Snatch. Affects all foes. Always hits unless the target is in a semi-invulnerable turn, such as Dig or Fly.
I take it back. Okay,
Never
so
mind.
Swift can't hit you when you're flying. Or digging or diving.
I feel like it's hit before.
Yeah.
Fly.
You know, they might have changed it, because
Yeah.
sometimes they update. Because Swift was introduced in Gen 2?
1.
1? Oh, it's been around since 1?
home.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been different at some point, and then that could be the Gen 8 description.
In Gen 1... Oh, okay. In Gen 2, bypasses accuracy checks to always hit unless the target is in a semi-invulnerable turn of a move such as Dig or Fly. Hits opposing a Pokemon adjacent in battles featuring multiple Pokemon. In Gen 1, it was different. It's the exact same. It just had different damage stuff. So it's always been able to hit everything except if you're in the invulnerable state.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel better.
I had a momentary mute because I thought I was going to be sneezing.
I do appreciate now having Flame Charge on Pignite.
Oh, yes.
In Gen 1, it could hit even during the semi-invulnerable turn.
Was that a bug or was that intentional?
It was Gen 1. So you decide. But
I enjoy the
Gen
lawless
2
little
onward,
skate.
they changed it so that it counts.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so that's where my memory is stemming from, is
Yeah.
that it has hit in Gen 1.
But good
And
to
then
know
after
that
that-
now if someone is spamming Swift against you, you can just dive under the water, even if you're in a cave or
That's-
in a field.
What was the game where you go like, and then like bang or like shield or things like that?
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
like rock paper scissors or something like that, where you reload so many times that you lull them into a false sense of security, so that you anticipate they're going to use the invulnerable move, and then you use earthquake.
Nice.
Swift, swift, swift. Enemy used dig. Oh well, I used earthquake this time. What you gonna do?
Oh, boy.
Or high jump kick to hit them during
Oh my
fly.
god, man, fuck high jump kick.
That was that one. Shit. Was that the That was that first gym with the 3 different trainers, where is it a Lillipup or a Herdier? I think it's a Lillipup. Just comes out, and I was like, oh, you know what I'll do against this guy is I'll just growl to lower his attack stat. And he was like, oh, work up. And I was like, oh, cool. So the growl will lower the attack, and then work up will raise the attack. And I was like, growl, work up, growl, work up. And I was like, hold on, I should probably start attacking him so I kill him before his attack is crazy high. And I was like, tackle. And the Lilipup's just like, work up. I was like, oh, fuck. Tackle, work up. And then he's just...
And then he never even did anything.
No,
he
he
just worked
did.
up again.
One turn, he just decides, he's like, alright, I'm good. Bite, bite. KO'd my entire team in like 3 turns.
Oh. Maybe that was somebody else. Maybe that was my team. My
So bad.
Sharon fight in first gym. My bad. Sorry.
Well, of course, now, like, if I'm ever in a battle and I'm like, I don't know how to beat this guy, I just go to my Herdier and I'm like, work up, work up, work up.
Just play this. Just strong arm him. That's
The
it.
AI is always like, no, 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 no.
Work up's a much better version of Bide.
Fuck Bide. Always.
Mostly because it's not on every chipmunk in the game.
Well, there's a point in the game, and you'll get there in the ice area, like the icy storage, where it's like every timber you run into, you're just like, oh my god.
The timbers that I ran into in the forest knew Bide.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, I have 2 moves to get rid of you, or whatever Pokemon is in is going down.
Right, yeah.
I made the mistake of just like, oh, Duat has 100 HP. That'll survive.
No.
Nope.
Well, you can just not attack.
Yeah, you can just like hit it with growl or sand attack or something else, or boost your own stat.
Those moves anymore.
Unless it starts biting the turn and is faster than you. So that you've already decided to attack that first turn and it's already biting by the time you hit it.
Or you bide your own time and decide, I'm just going to switch in Pokemon just like for the next 2 turns.
Yep, there you
If
go.
you don't have any moves
I
to.
usually just go to Cat and start using Sand Attack.
Amazing. Do you still have assist on it?
Nope, got rid of it.
Womp.
Yeah.
Cool move.
Cool, but is it practical?
No. But it's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I know
worst.
that it's more limited than Metronome and would actually probably get me a decent move most of the time, but if it picks something that's not helpful, then it still sucks.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you guys made some progress, because I could not make any progress this week.
Not this week. Well, that's okay. I mean, we have the flexibility of these 2 months kind of bleeding into each other anyway with the different gens. So
That is true.
I mean, there's also over a week left of May, so.
over a week, he says, meaning 8 days.
Over a week?
It is,
And
yes.
we have Memorial Day Monday, so.
Oh, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
3-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Remaganza.
Yeah.
We could all stream
Okay.
together, but that would be...
Did you say if only? You have to go in that Monday.
Yeah, we don't ever get off.
But it's Memorial Day. You have to remember the mice thing.
days that I actually have.
That's awful. It just doesn't get
Yeah,
downloaded.
well, I'm so sorry.
I can make it a short day, but I have to go in.
Okay.
Ugh.
Unless I ask for tell Tracy I'm not gonna be there, but that's not really possible. Anyway, sorry.
It's a rarity to have a day off.
Well.
I don't know what to do with that. I'm so sorry.
I actually went into the office last week. I was like,
What?
I went to a building.
You went into a building?
I went to a building where I work.
Hmm.
I haven't done that in a long time.
I don't have a building where I work. They sold it.
I actually haven't. That's so sad.
Oh my god.
Permanently work from home.
I mean,
That's
it's kind of awesome
incredible.
on one hand, but
Yeah.
there's something about like they
What?
sold it.
They sold it.
It's gone.
They said, pack your things and go home. We're selling the office. It's like,
Oh,
Was that the email?
no.
Pack
But-
your things and go home. enter. We're selling the office.
Pack your desk. We're selling everything. What do you mean pack your desk? Take your desk. You're going home.
No email signature.
Now I have my 8.5 foot long work desk.
Nice.
jeez.
Yeah, Cam has basically 2 setups now.
Do.
This,
This is not
incredible.
my work setup.
Hmm?
This is not my work setup.
This is your better setup. This is the good screen. This is the good triple screen. That's the bad triple screen.
The other triple screen is the one where I have to actually do work.
Exactly. No, I saw a comic once where the guy's like, "Oh, I've been staring at the bad screen all day. I can't wait to go home and stare at the good screen."
Yep. Exactly.
Accurate.
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 Yeah. All right, so I'll have to find some mornings to stream this week. I have a conference on Thursday that I need to do some practice for, so I'll try to stream maybe Monday and Friday. See what I get through.
Alright. That works.
I can't do Wednesday, but I can do other days.
What's happening Wednesday?
I have a thing.
Long day at work.
Very long day.
Oof.
Things won't end until like 8.
Ew.
So
Maybe I could take Wednesday night then.
Ooh, cool. I can also see if I can work in an evening stream, but I know those tend to work better for you guys, and I tend to do better with mornings. So probably stick with that this week.
when you do get to Nimbasa, and you're gonna do the Alessa fight,
Is that
let me know.
the 4th gym?
It's the 4th. It's the electric.
So that would be that's the next one, right? Okay. I just got to the entrance to Route 4, which I think has.
Oh, you're about to enter the desert.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do the detour if you really want to the
To the
Relic
desert.
Castle in the Desert Resort. There's a lot of good experience out there and a lot of items to find in the desert.
You guys
Much
know
more
me.
expensive
I'm
than
good at
Gen
finding
3's desert.
items.
There is, and I'll say this, that once you get to the city after Nimbasa, there's a slidey ice puzzle.
I'm gonna have to give myself a pep talk before that one. But I have made it through a slidey ice puzzle before.
Yes, you have.
A couple of them.
3
It's nowhere near as
times.
bad of the Gen 1, 2 stuff.
Oh my god, I forgot about that one. I don't know if I really mean forgot or like intentionally repressed.
The ice pack? Oh, remember when you were struggling and I just figured it out in like 2 seconds?
Yeah, thanks.
What,
You were just like, what the fuck?
The rest of us just went around.
And I was just like, I see that. I see that. I see that. I see that. Okay, I know how to do it. Okay, we're going. Yep.
Yeah, you did that in like 2 seconds. You're like, okay.
Meanwhile, you just had me. Fuck. The worst part of the ice path for me, by far, and I thank him for this, actually, but Noah was giving me really good instructions in the chat on how to get through, and they're all coming through 30 seconds behind. So by the time I got the next instruction, I would already have done everything else wrong, would try to follow it, and then was like, I don't know how to do that because I'm already way over here.
His instructions were so on point.
Yeah.
You would get to the certain point, you'd be like, okay, stop. Left, right, left, up, up, that. And it's just like, yeah.
No, I got
do
it through perfectly. It's just the first time I was like trying to read them, and I was like, but that doesn't make sense. I can't go down. Down is a wall.
Oh my gosh.
It's not nearly as bad, this ice puzzle. It's actually kind of fun.
Is that... Are those just naked guys on a mug? What are you Googling?
What is happening?
What's going on?
Coffee?
This update is going off the rails.
Please send it to Cam and Sirmina.
Uh-oh. My phone's in the other room. I can't see it yet. Oh, God.
But yeah, when you do get to the Alessa fight, I'll be very excited.
Okay.
Because I'm interested to see what your strategy is going to be for it, because it won't be what I did.
It can't be what you did.
It can't at all.
No.
It's an electric gem, you said?
What is this mug?
It is an electric
gem. I can use my dark moves because dark is strong against electric.
What are you talking about?
A Blitzel, which will be nice.
Yeah. Because Blitzel knows Flame Charge.
Indeed it does.
And fire is strong against electric.
Flame Charge.
Blitzel is the only reason that I know that electric is not very effective against grass.
Yeah.
Because it completely outdoes that scenario by having Flame Charge.
Which, by the way, is kind of weird because electric is not strong. Ground is immune to electric, right?
Yeah.
Indeed it is.
So they're kind of saying, why is then electric not strong against... Why is it weak against grass?
It's not weak against grass, it's just not very effective when hitting on a grass type.
Grass resists electric, right?
Grass can hit electric fine, like normally.
Oh,
and electric
Padraig
hits at
is
half.
mad at me in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
In Peter's world, it is.
Sorry, I'm referencing a bad joke, in which I just don't know my types and effectivenesses, and often say things on stream like the bird type is strong against the fish type, which makes no sense, except to me.
Electric is not very effective against grass, but grass is neutral against electric.
Yeah. I think what they're going for is like some idea of plants having roots and electricity not killing them, but it feels like
too hard. Well, no, but I like it.
There's just a lot of those effectiveness things like
They're
make
grounded.
a lot of sense.
Like fire is not effective against water.
Right.
Because water puts out fire.
Right, and like ground Pokemon being immune to electric moves is one of my favorites because it's like, yeah, you're grounded. So the electricity just goes through you.
And fighting not being effective against a ghost. So you can't punch a ghost.
Well, but that one stems from the whole like normal ghost thing where like the two just don't interact. Which I love. Because it's a really cool concept of like, oh, like normal people can't see the ghosts and the ghosts can't like actually touch the normal people.
Mm-hmm.
So only get your power when you believe in them. So normal types don't.
Then you're not normal anymore.
But yeah, I never really understood the grass resisting electric moves one.
Well, you have Pansage.
That's
That you
true.
But
I
you
hate
could also
him.
have a better grass type.
I hate Pansage. I would like to put him in the woods and catch a... What did we call it? Petalil?
Petalil.
You can get a Petalil.
Well,
you
you'd
can-
actually want the Sawaddle line
yeah, you can get a Sawaddle.
into whatever into Levany.
Folks, we've got an answer.
Yes.
Padraig says his dad's a farmer, and you can use grass to test electric wires. Because if you hold the grass and touch the tip of the wire, you'll feel a much lesser shock.
Ah.
That could be part of it. It's not a conductor, so electric would then not, like, hit it.
Not be very effective.
That's actually kind of a nice... I like that.
So it's kind of
Cool.
so it's like, yeah, you're grounding yourself by creating a different. Oh,
I think you're not actually grounding yourself. The grass just doesn't conduct electricity as well.
so so it can't flow.
So it doesn't really flow through it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty
No.
cool.
Lesser flow.
Thank you.
Thanks for that potential explanation, which I
Love it.
would love to follow up. I like, especially with all the interactions between like psychic, dark, fairy, which like don't all totally make sense, but it feels like there's kind of a system there where like some are effective against others and others aren't. Like,
You have the fire, water, grass trio,
which is the core, yeah.
but you also have the fighting, psychic, dark trio.
What?
Psychic is strong against fighting. Fighting is strong against dark. Dark is strong against psychic.
Oh my god, mind blown. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
All I know is that ice sucks on the type effectiveness chart, except you need it because you might eventually have to fight a dragon.
Hold up.
I'm
Ice
holding up.
sucks.
It does.
Ice is strong against grass, which is one of like the 5 things that's strong against grass. But it's also strong against ground, flying, and
Dragon.
but ground and flying.
Okay.
There's a lot
I
of
hate
ground
grass
flying
types,
types.
so ice is my one of my best things against ground. Same with water.
Oh, you can't just pick up a water type?
I have Samurott, so it's fine.
Okay.
But
I was
in
gonna
general,
say,
I
like,
don't have
I just went through a whole, like, big ol' lesson on things that can hurt ground Pokemon. And let me tell you, it's a lot.
grass and water and ice.
Yeah, grass, water, and ice. But grass Pokemon are all over the goddamn place, as are
Yeah,
water
but-
Pokemon.
With
I
a
think
pack.
there's the most of any type is water types.
You mean the most...
The most Pokemon to fall under a certain type, I
Is
think,
water type?
is water.
I mean, that makes sense. 70% of the Earth is water, right?
Yeah. So,
There was a whole game about it. It was Sapphire.
yes.
Well, there wasn't.
Yeah.
But I thought ice had... Isn't ice, like, doesn't have a lot of... How many weaknesses does ice have?
It has 4,
Yeah.
which makes it a great move
rock,
to use.
Steel fighting?
Yes.
That sounds right.
Mhm.
Nice.
No, ice is a great move to have, like Ice Beam or Blizzard,
Mm-hmm.
but not a great type to have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it would have been really fun to do the Ice type Gym Leader Challenge,
Yeah.
because it would have been also challenging, because fighting has 3 weaknesses, and one of them is Fairy. So it was really only Psychic and Flying. But
Yeah.
Ice has the 4 weaknesses that are available, all except for Gem.
I've just heard people talk about how, like, ice is not a great type because of the number of weaknesses compared to the number of, like, strong against. I think that's
Or-
outweighed a little bit by the fact that it's strong against dragon, which is, like, you need it.
You would think, yeah. Yeah.
So, but this is like people talk about, you know, ice compared to something like steel, where, like, yeah,
where nothing is effective against it except for fire, fighting, and ground.
Yeah.
Well,
And
ice
steel
has four,
has so many natural resistances and
like,
immunity to poison and stuff. Like it's just steel's a great type.
there's only one. Oh, rock actually has 5 weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the two, I guess, that has 5 weaknesses: rock and grass.
Yeah.
But we've kind of been through the fact that rock sort of sucks.
Yeah.
That's why it seems to be consistently one of the first gyms that we ever run into.
Oh, that's smart. So
Rock moves are really good. Rock types are not.
yeah, well, rock moves are good, although they're also consistently inaccurate. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, they are. I think they're like most of them have accuracy below 100, which is a little bit unusual.
All the good ones, at least.
All the good ones, yeah. Anything you would actually want to use. What is
Yeah.
that?
Rock slide.
Rock slide,
Ancient
rock
power
power,
has
stone edge.
100%.
Yeah, but it doesn't always trigger the stat boost.
Right, but it's still a
It's
good.
a 60 base power.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Solid.
It's no Stone Edge, let me tell you that.
No, it's not. But
That is true.
Okay, so I think I gotta take my dog out.
you gotta put the dog down.
Jesus. No!
Oh my god.
With that joke, first of all, we've never provided the context for that joke on the channel. So it just sounds like I'm actually gonna go put a dog down, which I'm not gonna do.
You're taking the dog down to the ground level
There you
to
go.
Oh boy.
for a walk.
Yeah.
The context is
It's
long.
okay. It's like a 4-year-old joke. I'll explain it later. I'll explain to our viewers when they're older.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah. So, actually, for our viewers, and Patrick says, have you tried throwing a rock? It's hard to be accurate. Fair point. For our viewers, expect some streams this week. Looking at the fact that we have 8 days left in May, I'm fairly certain that we're not all going to finish the games this month, which is fine. My fiance is laughing like a maniac, so I'm assuming something bad is going in the chat right now. Oh, good. It's like putting a baby down. Okay.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, I'm not expecting us all to beat the games. So thank you for that, Nicole. Not expecting us all to beat the games this week. But hopefully we'll get some good streams in. And if we bleed into June, that just means more content in June, because I actually can't be behind when July rolls around.
No.
Just
Probably shouldn't be behind now.
really none of us should be, but I definitely can't be. So, yeah.
What is the July stuff? Sun, Moon, Sword, Shield.
Those
Sun,
are-
Moon, Ultra Sun,
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Ultra Moon, yeah.
You should,
Those ones are gonna be
Cam,
fun though.
You said,
They're
what is
totally
the
different.
July stuff? And I just saw Nicole's head go.
No. what are the July games? Not the July stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I know
no,
what
no.
July stuff is, but
You know exactly what the July stuff is.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I think that's
I would
Sun,
think I've seen
Moon,
that.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sword, Shield in July and August, right? Yeah. Cam, I'm gonna have an interesting time playing through Sword in August, but that's fine. It's fine.
We'll just make a new account.
I actually I tested that and it works perfectly. By the way,
Okay.
you make
Good.
make a new profile on the Switch. It takes 5 seconds, and then you can just play through the game again. So I'll just make
Very nice.
The DLC.
What's up?
I won't have any of the DLC.
No, I think you actually do.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. It was super easy, and it takes like no time at all. I'll have to test whether I actually have access to the DLC still, but since the tutorial for that game takes like 30 hours, I hadn't actually gotten there yet. So
We'll probably have to set rules about whether or not you can do surprise trades.
you might not be able to go online on a profile that's not linked to a Nintendo Switch Online account. So
Oh, you might not be able to at all.
that kind of avoids that, which might actually just be perfect because then we wouldn't have to worry about that.
Perfect.
You know, getting a legendary level 100 holding a Master Ball with the ability like
That's
all
shiny. Has
kills.
poker.
I'm just gonna say right now, no online play. Keep it the way
just
that we've been doing
Keep
it.
it consistent.
Yes, keep it consistent. Just whatever's in game is it, and that's it.
I have one thing to say on this subject
Oh no.
before we cut the stream. I think when Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, is that right or did I get it backwards? Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl?
That's correct.
I think when those come out,
Cling Platinum.
what'd you say?
Oh, fine.
Poor Platinum. I think when those come out, we should be able to trade with each other.
Possibly. We can discuss.
That'd be interesting.
Okay, we'll talk more about it. I think it'd be really fun. But for now, I poor Brandy, I gotta take her. So I will see you guys soon, and definitely next Sunday.
She
So
is ready for you
She's
to
so
take
ready.
So
her.
we're ready to go out.
She's ready.
But yeah,
Now there's
looking forward to this week and Memorial Day weekend coming up and all that jazz.
and all
So
that.
hype.
And all that jazz. Nice guy. It was good. And oops.
You closed the stream. Are we still live?
Yeah, let's stick
No, I
around.
actually closed the photo stream. I still have us on audio. Give me 1 second.